Hello, everyone. This is your podcast, The More You Know. I'm Sofia Munoz.
And I'm Caterina Carcamo, and today we're going to talk about the mysterious case of the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, which has a lot of weird things to it, and to be honest, I would really want to know how it ends. I have been hearing about this case since I was a little kid, and her famous face was all over the news when I was 9 years old in 2007. So, when did the famous and well talked about Madeleine McCann disappear?
Madeleine disappeared 12 years ago on May 3rd, 2007, when her family from the United Kingdom were visiting Praia da Luz in Portugal. Her parents, Gary and Kate, left the two children, including the two girls, twins, Sean and Amelie, sleeping in their apartment while they went for dinner with friends at a bar that was 120 minutes away, and the girl was 3 years old at the time, so they were very little.
Yeah. Just a little heads up before you continue. You shouldn't leave your kids alone in a room surrounded by people you might not know. I think that's a key thing to remember when you are going to vacation.
It's
But
very
whatever.
important.
Yeah. So when Kate, the mother, returned to check on the kids at around 10 p.m. that evening, she discovered that Madeleine was not in her bed and was missing. In September of the year, Jerry and Kate, both doctors, were sensationally named as arguidos, which means to be a suspect by the Portuguese police.
Yeah, and the following summer, the McCanns were cleared by investigators in Portugal who declared they had exhausted all avenues in the case, so they have no clue about it.
Yeah, I would really want to know what was the criteria that the investigators had to clear the parents from the crime. To be honest, I that seems a little weird. But whatever, let's arrange some things right here by explaining the timeline of her disappearance. So, it's 7 p.m. of May 3rd, 2007, when Gary, her father, returns to the apartment after a tennis lesson, and the children are put to bed in the bedroom. The twins were placed in a two travel cots, and Madeleine was placed in a single bed near the door.
The parents were planning to go to dinner to a bar 120 minutes away from the apartment they were staying at with some friends. The McCanns are the first one to arrive to the bar at 8:35. 20 minutes later, the routine of checking their kids at their apartment begins.
So, at 9:05, Gary returns to the apartment through the unlocked patio doors to check on the children. Earlier that week, the McCanns had used a key to go in through the front door next to the children's bedroom, but they were worried that the noise might wake up the children, so they began using the patio doors, leaving them unlocked. Very secure, clearly. When the father entered the room, the door was slightly open. They always left it like this, very secure, again, but he didn't worry too much about it because the three children were still in bed where they left them in the first place. So everything was okay at this time.
Okay, so around 9:08 p.m., Gary sees Jeremy Wilkins, another holidaymaker at the resort, on the opposite side of the road, and he walks back to the tapas bar and crosses over to talk. Then Jane Tanner, one of the McCann's friends, walks up to the road and, unnoticed by Jerry and Wilkins, they didn't see her, but she sees them. And then she spots a man walking quickly across the top of the road in front of her, going away from the apartment block and heading to the outdoor road of the resort complex. He was carrying a girl, a sleeping girl, in a pink pajamas that doesn't move at all, which is very suspicious. I mean, you should react to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing that goes to my mind every time I think and read about that part of the timeline. I mean, how could it be possible that a person can let something like that pass so lightly? I mean, the last thing I would do is not to say anything to anyone if I saw a man carrying a child with their pajamas on. Unbelievable. I mean, I think it could cross her mind that he was just a father carrying his child, but I don't know. That's really
It was
weird.
pretty late. It was pretty late, so you should be worried about it.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so at 9:30 p.m., Kate gets up and makes the next check on her children's, but Matthew Oldfield and Russell O'Brien are checking too. Then Oldfield offers to check the McCann's children to Kate. In the McCann's apartment, Oldfield noticed the children's bedroom door is open again, like fully open, but this means little to him. He didn't make a big deal about it. Okay, so he barely sees that all is quiet and makes a quick glance inside the room, seeing the twins on their beds, but not seeing Madeline in bed, which later he gets a hard time from the police because of this, because he should really check if they were there in the beds. Okay, during his interview, he was accused of attacking Madeline, coming under suspicion because he had offered to Kay to go and check on their turn.
yeah, that's like weird. Um, because why would Matt offer over Kate to check on her children? That's like a very suspicious thing to do, and it was like really obvious that the police was going to doubt him about everything he said. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were very responsible.
Yeah. So at 10 p.m., Kate goes to check on the children. She becomes alarmed when she reaches out to the children's bedroom door and it blows shut because of the wind. Inside the room, the window is open and the shutter is up. The little thing you use to close and open the windows, yeah, that thing
Yeah,
was like open and the window was fully open. The twins are sleeping, but Madeleine's bed is empty. Shortly after 10 p.m., Rachel Oldfield goes to Tanner's apartment to tell her Madeleine has been taken. Tanner says, "Oh my god, I saw a man carrying a girl." Well, that was like a really big deal because it was clearly way too late to tell someone about you seeing a man carrying a girl. I mean, in 5 minutes, that man could really possibly be in like in the other side of the world. Like, if I'm like exaggerating way too much, but like I think that could happen. You should say those things at the moment. I think so. So, what do you think about it all, Sophia?
okay, so first, I think it was very, very responsible from the parents to let their children alone. Like, you're in a place you don't know, you left doors open, nothing was locked, everyone could go in and out whenever they want. I think that's the very most important thing to notice here. They were very responsible. Like, this happened possibly because of their fault.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why they were like so sure about nothing happening because they were like 120 meters away from the apartment, but still they shouldn't leave their kids alone. Not even with the doors open. I mean, that's like really I don't
It's
know, just a bad
crazy.
thing.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's just crazy.
yeah. So there are some theories about this case. Do you know about some of them?
Yeah, okay. That's a theory held by people that, well, here I'm going to quote a tweet that says, Madeleine McCann's parents organized the whole abduction. They sold their children to the traffickers and sedated her on the night so she wouldn't wake. So she wouldn't wake up while being taken, so no one will notice. So she shouldn't cause a scene and draw attention, making it easy for the abduction to take place.
Yeah.
This is like fully the parents' fault. Like they're guilty. That's at least that's what people say.
Yeah, I mean, I can doubt about this theory a little bit because if the McCanns were like so rich, they wouldn't have like the necessity to
Yeah,
sell her child to abductors. I don't know. That's weird. But
yeah. They didn't need the
another,
money, so that's
yeah,
weird.
yeah. So another theory says that Goncalo Amaral, which is an ex-police chief, claimed that the MI5, which is the Secret Intelligence Service of the UK, helped cover up Madeleine McCann's body after her parents accidentally killed her with an overdose of Calpol, which is a medicine that provides relief from pain and fever, and it's medicated to children. That's like a thing. I mean, the second part of this theory is like something that could happen. I mean, if you don't know how much medicine you need to give to a child, it's like really possible that, I mean, they could overdose. But the first part
Yeah.
that the MI5 helped them cover the body is like all to me. Like, why will they do that?
I don't know. This is pretty weird. Like there's a lot of theories, and we can't prove anyone because she is still missing. They haven't found a body, a clue, any leader where she can be, or if someone killed her. There's anything there. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another theory, and this is that Madeleine was actually found alive, but her case had become so high profile, the life that was still missing had to be upheld for her to be able to live a normal life.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't think that's a really, well, I wouldn't believe it. I don't know about other people, but I wouldn't believe it. Like, it could be possible, but it's
Yeah, I
weird.
think it could be possible because, as I said at the beginning of this podcast, this case has been so brought up to the world. Like, I mean, if you ask anyone about this case, they all will say that they have heard about this case. I mean, if they found her, I think that it would be like a little bit weird for the for Madeleine to be like exposed to the whole world, and it's clearly that her life wouldn't be normal anymore. That's
Yeah,
something that's a fact.
yeah, I agree. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you know what are the latest developments in the hunt of Madeleine McCann?
Yeah, there have been more than 8,000 potential signings about Madeleine since her disappearance, but the police have so far failed to locate her. I think many people is interested about the money the police are going to give them if they had any clues about where the little girl might be. Around $5 million, I think I saw somewhere that even J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter saga, is like helping, donating like money to anyone that could have like a clue about where the girl might be.
Yeah, I saw that too. I think there was a lot of famous people who donate a lot of money for the cause.
Yeah.
Okay, so a German pedophile, Martin A., emerged as a case suspect in May of 2019. He was jailed for life in 2012, I think, for abducting and murdering three children and sexually abusing dozen more. And it's believed he was in Portugal when Madeleine went missing. Okay, so these guys also look like a photo fit of a man who was seen acting suspiciously before Madeleine vanished from her Portuguese holiday apartment 12 years ago.
Yeah, that's like a long time ago. I haven't realized that we are like in 2020 and we have yet to know what happened really to Madeleine McCann. I mean, there's a lot of theories, but there's like nothing fully concrete about what happened to her. There have
Yeah.
been like a lot of suspects, people that have been incarcerated. But
Yeah, I think it's a history that has a lot of theories and stuff, but it's never gonna end because
yeah,
she went missing and never appeared. So and it has been so many years. So what could possibly happen now?
that's it's to be honest, it's like almost impossible that they are going to find her. But we hope that the police can find her and at least make sure that she's alive.
Yeah, I think besides everything, the parents need an answer
Yeah.
after many years.
If
Okay, folks.
they were the
So
ones
this
that,
is the end
if
of
they
this
were the
podcast.
ones that,
Yeah, I
if
think
they
if
were the ones that were like the
yes,
responsibles for
I
the
think it's up to
disappearance.
people to what they
Yeah.
want to be. Okay, folks. So this is the end of this podcast. Hope you like it. The stories out there is up to you and what you want to believe. And we'll hear each other again another time. Goodbye.
Bye.